Today I decided to do a more detailed review of my new car. Today is a good day. The weather's good. It's about +1 Celsius or 32 F, and we're looking at a Canadian model 2018 Dodge Challenger RT392. In US it's known as RT what is it called? RT Scat pack. That's what it is. RT Scat pack. But this one is an option. That's Scat pack. That's the emblem for the Scat pack. And as you can see, this is like a regular hood. It doesn't have that shaker hood with a filter sticking out. But I thought, oh, by the way, I picked up some non-standard floor mats, just a couple of these. They're too short. Don't want to go with I'm gonna get WeatherTech. Something on the screen there. I'm gonna go with the WeatherTech, and the reason I decided to do a video today is because my sales guy was very confused. Did not know the specs of this car. I was asking him about the axle ratio. He did not know. I was asking about this and that, but anyway, so he says, I could not find your original window sticker, so I made you a copy from the internet. So he made me this copy here, and then I started looking inside this beautiful little folder, and the first thing I see is neatly folded original sticker. And so I took a picture of it and I saved it on my computer, so now I know exactly what it is. And yeah, the lineup is very confusing. Like, I don't know, to me, I just sold my Ford Mustang, right? Like Mustang, mine was a V6, right? Then there's a GT, right? V8. And then after that there's a Bullet, which is like has some extra options. It pretty much is loaded with all the specs by default and only comes in two colors, green and black. And then of course you have GT350, and then coming this January they started making again GT500, right? And normally with each model you change the engine, right, from V6 3.7 liter to 5 liter, and then GT350 is a 5.2 liter, and they say GT500 will be the same 5.2 but supercharged, right? And then I start looking at the Dodge lineup, and I have been dreaming is the correct proper grammar. I have been dreaming of a white Christmas. No, strike that. I don't like white Christmas. I'm not a Christmas person because I grew up in a different country, far overseas, where we don't celebrate Christmas until January, and it's not obligatory anyway, because it's like only came on a few years ago after I left for Canada. Never mind. So I have been dreaming about this car ever since I saw it, because it's this classic, you know, classic muscle car look. And it's not just the look, right? It's this thing really has the, you know, the beef, the internals, you know, of a muscle car. But basically, at first I was very confused, because in US they have much more models and they all are called different. And then I finally figured out, so this is Challenger R/T 392, and of course that means that it's It has 392 cubic inch engine, or 6.4 liter. And basically this is the most affordable big V8 equipped car in a Challenger lineup, right? In US this is called, like I mentioned, this is called RT, I don't know what's wrong with me, I always forget that word. Scat pack, right? And again, in the States this is the same. It's the cheapest 6.4 liter V8. Like more expensive would be something like TA 392. Then there's a Hemi something Scat pack. Then there's Hellcat, and now there's what is it, Venom, right? But this is more than enough power, you know, 485 horsepower. Like for me, coming from 3.7 liter V8, now this car brings me for much less money to the GT350 level. Okay, because yeah, GT350 has a 520 horsepower but only 5.2 liter engine, but it has what does it have? 429 torque. 429. This thing has 475 torque. So it's a stronger, bigger car, you know. It's, if not on par, if not higher, it's on par with GT350, which costs here 75,000 Canadian. So this is much cheaper than that, you know. And by the way, you see this? That's what you get. So when you have this Scat pack, you get seats like this. So anyway, I decided to do this video because when my sales guy could not give me the answers, and then I started looking at the manual, and what you get this drive mode supplement, half of which is talking about SRT, the much more expensive model, not even for me. Then we have warranty information, which if you can show me somebody who will read that, I'd be very surprised. And then actually most useful, as usual, are very thin manuals, you know. The thinner it is, mostly usually the more useful it is. And actually I already knew this, but just 2 days ago the information in here would have been new for me. But what I did is I was searching online for reviews of my particular model. It was difficult at first. I could not find anything, and then I finally figured out what this guy is called in US, right? Because most of videos are made in the States. And so I typed in Challenger, you know, RT Scat pack, right? And I found a 30-minute long video where the guy is doing detailed, you know, walk around instruction, and he was very instructional video, and he was very knowledgeable. And I thought, you know, who wants to read all these boring manuals except when you can watch a video, right? So I just hope that this video will help somebody who's maybe just is thinking about getting into a Challenger, or just got one, it doesn't want to go through this. But I can tell you, you don't even have to bother, because this is totally useless. Like this little thing over here, it has nothing. The only two things it does mention that you do need to know is that this car, the recommended fuel is 91, and that the oil is 0W40, fully synthetic, right? That's all I learned from here. Everything else is all safety BS, you know, not important. And so what we're gonna do now, by the way, here's what I moved from my Ford Mustang. See? My mom gave me this because that's my saint, SERGEI, Sergius, yeah. So you know, in my country people carry the picture of their saint for luck. So I have one in my truck. I have Now I found it. I forgot about this. I found it in my Mustang when I was moving over, and so I switched it. And also, this car for me has been a big change in life. You know, kind of like, you know, those Christmas promises and New Year resolutions. Just following in the footsteps of my younger brother. Hi, Alex. I decided to quit all alcohol, and ever since I got this car on December 13th, this guy here has been dry camp 100%. So don't want to drink any alcohol anymore. Anyway, let the fun begin. So once again, we have a challenge. You see, this is, you know that this is Canadian, because in US you will not see these words. R/T392. Manufacturer's suggested retail price in Canada, $50,145. That's Canadian dollars for the base model. So Dodge Challenger RT392, bright white, black interior, black seats, Napa leather, Alcantara faced front vented seats. Sorry for this junk. That's all I moved from Mustang. But these are not standard seats. Just give me a second. And but I just like all this stitching. You know, very high quality, very detailed. You know, but Napa leather and 6.4 liter Hemi V8 and 6-speed Tremec manual transmission. Those are like kind of like the highlights, right? But Tremec is not standard. The standard transmission is a 8-speed automatic, right? And if you get that, then most people would probably opt out for MDS version of the engine, multi-displacement system, which cuts off, what is it, 2 cylinders or 4? But basically it reduces your power when the computer decides you don't need it, right? And lots of people don't like that, and then they get rid of it when they install a tuner. And actually you have to pay $1,000 more for this, because this way you get 100% power of your engine. There's no MDS, and of course this is the best transmission, Tremec 6-speed. Like very short throw, you know, very nice shifting. I like it. Okay, so what do we got? Standard equipment, unless replaced by optional equipment. But I got 5 options here on this car, which cost about 5,600 Canadian. Okay, first of all, we have park sense, rear. Okay, hold on, where's my key? So we'll be doing lots of popping out and popping in during this video. By the way, the car is much taller than a Ford Mustang. You know, like over there it was, for me, I'm about 5'11". It was always difficult to get out. Like here, you know, I just go like this. Everything is easier. So we have park sense rear park assist camera. So that's, the camera is here, right? Park view rear backup camera. Oh wait, it says park assist system. Okay, advanced multi-stage front airbag, supplemental side curtain airbags. I don't know what those would be. I have no idea where they are. But maybe in the doors, maybe here. But anyway, they're here. So there's 4 airbags. Then we have Brembo 4-wheel 4-piston anti-lock disc brakes. So not the 6-piston ones, but you see that Brembo, but 4-piston. So it's all disc brakes, right? And we have all-speed traction control. We have electronic roll mitigation, so it helps the stability. Hill start assist. So if you're starting on a hill, you can choose this in the on the screen there if you want it or not. So basically the car will help you start on a hill. Ready alert braking, I have no idea what that is. Tire pressure monitoring system. It's we're gonna look inside at that display. Anti-spin differential reaxle, and then we have the 300 kilometer 186 miles per hour speedometer. Electronic power steering. This button over here, everything is electric. It's telescopes, it goes up and down. Very cool. Dodge performance pages. That's an app on that screen over there. I'll show you guys in a second. High-speed engine controller. Not sure what that is. Remote proximity keyless entry. Remote proximity keyless entry. Okay, that's something I learned from that video over there. See, I got my key. So first of all, this is how you lock it. That's it. It's locked because I have the key. You see the thing went down? Now when I come back, I can put my hand in here. I don't even have to do this. All it needs is just my fingers. See, now it's locked. All it needs is just my fingers. See, and it opens. And the key itself looks like this. Dodge, and then a more advanced model will have a remote start in here, and then you have this little slider. So if you slide it, you have this, like a valet car, right? Because over here you still have the spot where you can enter the key, I guess, in case your remote dies or something. Then it just goes back in. See? Very nice. All right, and tire service kit. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys this. So I don't have a spare tire, by the way. That's how you see this little thing? You push this and it opens, or just like in a Ford Mustang, you double tap this and it opens. Now again, sorry for the mess. So I just moved all this stuff from my Ford Mustang. But by the way, the trunk is huge. In the Mustang, when I had this stuff, it was all here, much bigger. But you have here this little pull belt, and you open it, and you have a secret compartment. You have a secret compartment here. And they say that when you have a subwoofer, that's where it goes. But I don't have a tire, so I have that. I have that tire kit over there. Okay. That's my little secret space. But very big trunk. Very nice. But the other guy was saying that there's a subwoofer somewhere here, but I don't see it. My car does not have it because, as you'll see later while I'm reading, I only have a 6 speaker system. The more advanced one has 9 speakers, and it has a subwoofer. Anyway, what else we got here? So power 6-way adjustable driver seat. The controls are all here, all electric, and then you adjust the back with this. AC dual zone automatic temperature control. Okay, so the brakes are like this, foot brakes, and that's, you release them like this. And so now we push the I see dual yeah, basically climate, and you see it's all now it's in auto, right? Or this is all not in auto. As soon as you click in auto, it chooses the areas where it blows the air, and then you can adjust it like this. See, that's the driver side, passenger side, or you can unsynchronize them. And you see, if you want, if you're really angry with the person over here, just that's Celsius, but that's very cold, so you don't want to do that. So now it's 21.5 Celsius, which is about what, 75 F, and that's all your controls, right? So that's the dual climate control system. Leather wrapped performance steering wheel, that's standard. See, very nice with all these little shapes. So it's very easy to handle. Feels very, very good. No metal here, you see, like you can put your hand like this and it's not irritating at all. It's not cold, you know. And there's a bunch of controls over here, over there, and it's heated. Like over here you go into controls and you see heated wheel. It only has 3 or 0, and as soon as you do that, it pops out over there, and then you can heat your seat. And again, if you hate your neighbor over here, you can just give him hell, you know. Anyway, premium instrument cluster, and yeah, all that stuff now at the top it's a speedometer, right? I can change all that. See, if as soon as I click down, now it gives me vehicle info, and I can go left and right to choose different, you know, like oil life. Hold on, I wanted actually to see that. Okay, 99%. All right. See all this, like that's your number 2 vehicle info. Then we click like this, and we go into performance, and again you can choose all these good things in here. That's my top speed. What? Somebody drove 130 kilometers an hour? Who was that? Yeah, probably not me. So fuel economy, that's your average miles per gallon, current, you know, all this good stuff. Trip info, audio. Again, we can click this. No, there's no options here. It just shows you Sirius XM messages, and then we go back to screen setup. I don't want that. And then we're back to speedometer. And again, in here you can choose, I think you can choose miles per hour, or I think it's in the screen setup. Oh yeah, okay, sorry. Press OK for MPH. Yeah, basically as soon as I do this, if I go into 1, it says press OK for miles per hour. But you know, I'm in Canada, so everything is kilometers per hour, and I like kilometers better because that's how I grew up. Anyway, and then we have Uconnect 4C with 8.4-inch display. So what it means is that it has more stuff than the regular display, because it has all these apps. Like, I'm not a fan of that, but you can basically emulate your phone, you know, with like iPhone or Android, and you'll see it over here. So you can see, and of course it has Bluetooth, and that's your performance pages. That's all kinds of timers and performance data you can track, you know. But audio settings, see, front, left, equalizer. I just did this. I increased the bass, dropped the medium, and increased the high notes a little bit. And of course it has navigation, right? But, and that's the phone. I still have to I'll do it later. I still have to pair my phone. But basically what it does is, on top of the satellite radio, it supports those apps where you can transfer your phone to the screen, so to speak, right? I never used that myself, but some people swear by it. So you can play music, you know, from your phone. And what else we have here? So it's USB mobile projection, Apple Carplay. That's what they say. Apple CarPlay, so you can, you know, you can play your music from your iPhone or your. I'm pretty sure it supports Android. And yeah, it over here it says 6 premium speakers, right? So we have. See over here, it says we have Alpine sound system, but it's not the. It's not the premium version. Because that one, so this one only has 6 speakers and 276 watt amplifier. So it does not have the sub. Maybe that, like I'm really hesitant to do any upgrades on this car. Because there's something about that, you know, when you drive the car, like factory, you know, there's something. Especially when it's a performance car. I like love this engine, but you know, I'm thinking that it would be cool to have maybe a bit more speakers, maybe upgrade the audio system, you know, and maybe put in like a K&N filter just so that the engine can breathe easier. But so far, each time I try to see how much power it has, like this car, it's just baffling, you know. It's like there's no stopping. It's so much power, you know. Anyway, so it has stock has 1 year Sirius satellite radio subscription. Stock 1 year, and it has hands-free communication, of course, with Bluetooth streaming. Now, exterior features. We'll have to get out for this. So exterior features, again, stock. It's 20-inch wheels. 20-inch wheels, 20/9 satin aluminum wheels with black pockets. You see, this is black, and this is like aluminum, right? And this is Goodyear 245/45Z or Z R20 99Y, made in USA. And these are all-season tires. Mirrors are body color, power, heated, manual folding mirrors. And again, they say here that it has an active exhaust. I still have to figure out what that means. Brake calipers black. That's by default, right? Yeah, because you can upgrade them to red ones, Brambos. Okay, fog lamps are standard, and we have them more here. Fog lamps, bright dual rear exhaust tips. Bright dual rear exhaust tips, standard, huge. Okay. Body color fascia. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Body color fascia. Not sure which one they. Probably somewhere here. Right. Body color exterior mirrors. Engine cover. Oh shoot, I left the key in here. That's not good. And more expensive models, they have this. See? So, engine cover with powered by SRT badging. Powered by SRT, and that's what's confusing, is that SRT is a much more expensive model, but over here it says powered by SRT, you know? So we have satin chrome grille, and we have satin black. We have satin black rear spoiler. And that's where the camera is, right? like a small one. Some of them will have a bigger one, like, but I guess that's custom. But I don't wanna do that. And again, they say heated exterior mirrors. I don't know why they're saying like 20 times. Over here it says body color, power, heated manual dodging, manual folding mirrors, heated exterior mirrors. All right. To show again the LED lights. All right. Now, no phone connected. Would you like to pair a phone? No. And now we're done with the standard options. And just bear with me a couple of minutes more. They open a new health food store over here. So now we have an alternative to the... I often go to this Royal Indian Buffet and Sweets, but of course it's all rice and bread, and then they open this. Goodness me, natural food market, healthy eatery. And I just went there this morning, and not only is this place like a big grocery store with, you know, quality health food, but they also have like a salad bar and a place where you can sit down with food, you know. Very cool. And of course coffee and stuff like that. So anyway, I had so many vegetables that probably I don't need any fiber for, you know. So anyway, this car, RT392 or RT Scat pack in US, in my case came with 5 pieces of optional equipment. Leather interior group, $1,795 Canadian. Front heated seats, heated steering wheel, hectic mesh interior accents, leather faced seats, power tilt and telescoping steering column that I showed you, and front ventilated seats. And I don't know why they call it leather seats, but because leather is only this part, but this is ventilated because it's heated, right? And then it has leather over here. Well, actually it does have, okay, it does have leather on the side, but over here it's all fabric, and I guess this is leather. Alright, so Scat pack appearance group, interior and exterior, it's 695 Canadian dollars. Because standard is a bright fuel filler door, and when when it's a Scat pack option, you get the black door, right? Is it black? Yeah, it's black. See that? Your sign that this is it has Scat pack, $695 option. That's cool. Goes well with the that's, by the way, that guy is the owner of the Royal Indian Buffet. He knows me. He has 2 cars, 2 vehicles. One is Toyota, ugly little thing, and then he just bought a Dodge Ram 1500 with a Super Crew, and he has all these signs in the back, you know, delivery, you know, takeout, Royal Indian Buffet. A very nice guy. Anyway, so that's yeah, hectic mesh interior accents, Scat pack stripe. That's the one there on the over here. Again, this spot, when you see this together with this, that's your indication this thing has a Scat pack appearance group. And the last part of this is high intensity discharge headlamps. I was not sure if I have this, so clearly I have, because it's on my window sticker. So that was $695 Canadian. Now this baby is $1,000 option, 6-speed Tremec manual transmission. So like I said, you get full access to the engine's power, no MDS. And the next upgrade is power sunroof. Okay. I'm not sure how it... Oh, there you go. Beautiful. All right. I would never pay $14.25 Canadian. $14.25. I never understand the beauty of this. You cannot drive with them. Like maybe when you sit inside the car and you know you're having your coffee on a hot summer day and you just want the sun to give you a sunburn on your bald skull. But I know that increases the resale value of the car, so it's a good thing to have. And also I think it's good when you need to evacuate quickly from a car. Let's say you fall into a river, so and you're underwater, and then somehow you're able to operate the electric system, and you open this and you just swim out like a swordfish, you know. So it's cool. And the last option, and this actually makes more sense to me compared to the sunroof, because first of all this is 2 times cheaper. The sunroof is $14.25 Canadian. This next option is $770. But what it does is it upgrades your Uconnect, you know, system. You receive navigation, right? And the screen is the same 8.4 inch, like a very, you know, I remember on the Mustang it was like this size, I don't know, probably 30% of this. And look how it well made over here. Like there's no sharp borders, it's all like this very nice steel color, you know. It has this little stripe, you know. Like everything is so well made here. I like this. Very tastefully done, Dodge and Chrysler. And so yeah, for this 770 bucks in Canada, when you upgrade your Uconnect, you get the navigation. You get, instead of 1 year, you get 5 years of free satellite radio with Travel Link. I think you also can you have access to travel, you know, like traffic information. Then you get integrated center stack radio, media hub with 2 USB ports and auxiliary input jack, Sirius XM Traffic Plus, yep, and Sirius XM Travel Link. And I think what they might be talking about is this thing over here. Sorry, I gotta, like over here we have auxiliary, USB, 2 USB, and I know this one is connected directly to the battery. So let's say if you hook up your phone, and it has of course these little things where you can put your cable in here so that it doesn't pinch it. But if you hook up your phone to this port, it'll be charging no matter what, whether your car is is driving or not driving. Yeah, that's my Kenworth truck keys. And there you have it. That's a full look. Well, I didn't touch on the rear seats, but you know, like who cares about rear seats? There's not that much room in there. You know, once you move your driver's seat so far over there, but you know, like a small kids or something, they can still manage in there. And you have this, right, with cup holders. And I know you can fold these down to increase your trunk space. But also I wanted to say that I wanted to mention one thing, that visibility, and I've been driving for a few days now, right, with this car. Visibility is great. I thought the mirrors at first were a bit small, but now I'm so used to them, like they're very nice, you know. And also when I'm backing and I'm looking at the camera, somehow it's much easier to judge where the curb is, you know, when I'm backing to a curb. I don't know, on the Mustang I could never figure out, it was always beeping too early, you know, like I would stop and then I lock the car and I start to walk away, and then I look at the space behind the car, and there's like you can park a little Honda in there, and so I have to get in, put my backpack on the ground, get in, back another 10 feet, and then we're good, you know. Well, I exaggerate of course, but it was never accurate. I don't know, with this thing I look at the, you know, those lights, like the rear lights. Hold on. See, as soon as I put into reverse, right, I see this, and you see this, these are red, so green, yellow, and red. So if I start backing now, so the end of my car is exactly over there where the red is. Like if I want to back towards this line, and you know, so that of course that means that I'm still far away, see. But if I back towards this line and this red line will touch it, the rear of my car will be right on that line, you know. And I'm telling you, I don't know, so for me somehow it makes more sense. I'm just gonna turn off the parking brake because it's in gear anyway. Oh, and so today also I tried the sport mode. I tried the sport mode. That's the last thing I want to show you guys. So yeah, you can use some of these buttons over here in the same way that you use this, right? Because it has climate control here, like auto. You see auto, and then you can increase the temperature, decrease the temperature, and activate your windshield heater and stuff like that. But I'm still figuring out what this is. But these two, well, of course that's your traction control, right, if you want to spin your tires. But these two, super track pack, right, that's what we're talking about here, and sport. And okay, so let me just push again the brakes, because we're gonna take it out of gear. Now the clutch is off. Are you gonna do this all the time to me now? I probably should pair it. Go to pairing. Come on, I don't want pairing. Anyway, so if I click this, and I tried this today, you see that flag. You see, like if I turn this off, I'm gonna push it now and see the flag disappears. See, I push it again, the flag appears. Okay, in the top right corner, you see the green flag. Now we are back to normal. Okay, now we can shut down. So anyway, what happened, I tried today, just on the way to Starbucks. What I noticed, like three things. The most important thing I noticed was the steering became very difficult, very heavy. Because it's for the track, right, when you're driving at like super high speeds or something, I guess. And change number two, the engine became more responsive. Or shall I say even more responsive, because it was pretty responsive before, And then once you switch to this, like, there's no hesitation at all when you push the pedal, you know, when you push the gas. And the minor thing I felt, but again, I was driving maybe, you know, 60-70 kilometers an hour, 40-45 miles per hour, but I felt that the suspension became stiffer. Okay, it became like less comfortable. And so for regular driving, the regular mode is perfect, you know. And so I didn't try yet the Super Track Pack. We're gonna try it later. But when the weather changes, definitely I see myself going to a track and just see what this beast can really do, you know. So once again, this is RT392 or Scat Pack RT in US. A very nice car, not too expensive but not too cheap either. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, more videos will follow.